Just popping on here to talk to you about today's sponsor, which is Dossier. Now, you've heard me talk about these before. I will continue to talk about them because it's just one of those products that I love and use every single day. And honestly, this one is probably my favorite at the minute. It's the Ambery Vanilla. And this is the impersonation of YSL Black Opium. I go through buckets of this. Honestly, it's so nice. And funnily enough, it's not actually one of the perfumes that I would have tried or bought the designer version of. I don't know, it's just not something that I'd ever tried or smelled. But because obviously Dossier does the impersonation of it, it does mean that luxury fragrances are more accessible. So I'm more likely to try different perfumes. And yeah, like I say, this one is my favorite at the minute. They have over 100 different scents as well. So on their website, you can filter by men's, women's, or unisex. Honestly, I sometimes use Emmanuel's, to be fair. He's got the fragrance called Musky Oak Moss, which is the Creed of Ventus impersonation, and that is probably my favorite on him, and sometimes I use that for myself. It just smells so good. They're long lasting. I can always smell it on him when he comes home from work after a 12-hour shift, and I don't think I would ever sway from using Dossier as my fragrance. Also doing a flash sale just for you guys, which is 10% off using my code, which is on screen right now. The link will be in the description so you can go try them out yourself. I couldn't recommend them more. Hello guys, good morning, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. So I've washed my hair. If you've got long hair or if you've got extensions, you know it's not a pleasant time. It's just not a pleasant time. Washing and drying your hair, it's a whole ordeal. But I washed and dried my hair last night and I got up this morning and I just put a little curl through it. And now I'm done for like a week, okay? You guys, someone told me on one of the comments in maybe the video before last, I can't remember, not to use dry shampoo and to just wash my hair more. I understand, but can I do that? Can I? Hell, I don't know how. I don't know, I just can't wash my hair every other day. I'll die. Well, I won't die, but it'll be incredibly difficult for me. I'm being over dramatic. One thing I'm not being dramatic about though is my eczema. My goodness. So some of you guys gave me some really, really helpful advice actually when I was mentioning that my forehead was so itchy and like just irritable. We've still got a kind of a little bit of dry skin kind of there, but in general it's doing a lot better, but my arms are still not the best. Also last night, I don't know whether it's something that I'm washing with or I'm not sure, but I came out the shower last night and I'd given my legs like a good scrub because my legs get really, really itchy as well. And there was, I don't know what it was last night. I didn't use anything different to usual. Graphic description about to come up. I could have used a cheese grater on my leg and it still would not have satisfied that itch. Honestly, I feel like I scratched basically all the skin off my legs. They were so red, so raw, and then after that they were like really bumpy, like blotchy and red. Somebody had said psoriasis, which it's not the right kind of texture for psoriasis. I don't have like the white like coating for that, but somebody else, another lovely lady on Instagram, let me just find her thingy. Kay, thank you. I am gonna go out this afternoon and pick up some Aveeno body wash and Aveeno moisturizer because she was saying that it's helped her. So I'm gonna go and try that out because at this point I'll try anything. My mum has suggested that it might be stress. Probably. To be quite frank, I have got my final hearing for my case against the NHS in like 2 weeks. So I've spent a lot of time preparing for that and thinking about that and thinking about everything that could go wrong. And I would say that I'm actually quite stressed. So that could be the cause of like the flare up, I guess. And it would actually make sense, to be fair, in terms of like eczema flare ups, because over the years that I've been on YouTube and things, I've told you about when I've had like flare-ups of various skin conditions like eczema, and I had like a breakdown of my skin barrier, all these kind of things. And when I think about it, it's all been around when like things have been going on with my like employment tribunal. So quite possibly could be just down to stress, and I just need to manage it until the stress is over, which fingers crossed should be over in a couple of weeks. But speaking of, I'm actually going to my parents this morning to go over all kinds of court documents and just make sure that everything is in order, because they're actually going away next week. So I want to make sure that everything's done and just ready to go for basically, so that I'm not stressing when it comes to like the day before. But anyway, so I'm going to spend a little bit of time over there. I won't film anything just because there's going to be a lot of confidential information around and about. So I'm not going to film anything because I don't want to, and then I'm going to head to Boots, pick up some of the Savino stuff, and I also want to pick up some antihistamine. Because Emmanuel has like an allergy to something that we still can't work out what it is, but antihistamine seems to be working for him. So I'm going to pick up some more of that, and then we'll come back later on this afternoon and I'll just find something to do. I think I need to clean the house, to be fair. The washing needs putting away. Joys. Also, you guys, I need to show you the latest disaster in my life. Basically, me and Emmanuel have noticed that the bathroom floor's been cracking. So, hang on, just before that starts. So basically, I was sat on the toilet a couple of weeks ago, and I noticed that there was a crack in one of the tiles, and I thought, well, that's not normal. And then gradually, we've been getting more and more cracks in the bathroom tiles, like on the floor. Turned out that there was a crack in the cistern in the toilet, and like cistern water has been leaking out and going under the floor, and the chipboard under the floor has swollen and cracked the tiles. But if I show you how bad it is, we've replaced the toilet now, because it looks like the cistern had been cracked before I moved in and repaired, because it had been repaired basically, but obviously not to the standard that it needed to be, and it had started leaking again. So yesterday was basically spent replacing the toilet, which baffles me how these things work. I don't know how they did it. Me and my mum did something else whilst Emmanuel and my dad was doing this. But we've replaced the toilet now, and there's just a big mess basically that we need to sort out. I need to wait for things to dry out. But let me show you the flooring. Like, if you see, like all along here, hang on, where is it? There's a bad here. Like, see how that's lifting the letterbox? And we're all cracked here. This has all come out, like the grouting. Cracked here, not the best. So it looks like we're gonna have to replace all this, but the major emergency, and this has all come off as well, because that was all rank. So basically the main emergency, i.e. the toilet, has been fixed. So we're kind of hoping that now we can leave the floor until after the wedding, because Christ, how many things do we want to save money for in one go? Yeah, that's the latest problem in my life. So I've ended up buying a Skin Relief body wash. There was loads to choose from. It's hard to know which ones that you need, isn't it? So this is the Skin Relief body wash, soothes very dry skin, which I'm assuming is just what I have. I don't know. And then also, sorry, there's just been someone trying to, I'm getting really distracted because there's someone who's just been trying to shoplift, and they're like hanging around, and all the staff are hanging around, and there's people just hanging around. Anyway, and then I got the moisturising lotion, which matches that as well. So this is, it says intensely hydrates and helps heal very dry skin, which I think it's for people with eczema. Does it say it was for people with eczema? There was one, I don't know, it's unscented. I know they did ones for eczema, but I'm not 100% sure. Obviously I do have eczema on my arms, but I don't know whether the eczema is on my legs now as well. But obviously my skin, like my facial skin, I don't know. And then I got some antihistamines for Emmanuel, and I actually picked up the oat gel moisturizer. I've been debating getting this for a little while, to be fair, because I'd seen it on TikTok. They had loads in Boots, by the way. A few people say that it's a shame that like people who've been using it for a long time are struggling to get it, because when things go viral on TikTok, it's just a nightmare to get anything. But there was loads of them in this Boots, so I'm assuming the hype is over. But yeah, I got the oat gel moisturizer. Hopefully we start to see some difference, and I'm just kind of hoping that my mum was right and that it might just be stress because of the upcoming like court stuff. So, but you just never know. But I'm gonna head home, and I might just pop some of that moisturizer on, to be fair, because my legs, I mean, they're all right. I'm not feeling, I don't have like an overwhelming urge to itch, but if I were to start itching, I don't know if I would stop. So yeah, I need to go home, pop this moisturizer on, and hopefully it's the right stuff and it'll be all right. But Aveno's supposed to be good for stuff like that, so fingers crossed. I've just got changed. Oh, do you want to go outside? It's quite sunny. Hang on. There you go. So just got changed, right? I literally found this in the bottom of my wardrobe. It needs an iron, but it's fine. Yeah, I don't know if this goes, right, this goes with jeans, right? You would think it goes, right? It looks fine. Anyway, that's not the point. Changed, partly because I found this in the bottom of the wardrobe, partly because the sun's come out and the black hoodie's just not a vibe anymore. I'm going to do a couple of things. I'm going to head back out. I need to head into town, and I'm gonna go to Sainsbury's again. You guys told me that that mug is part of the Mother's Day collection, and now I can't stop thinking about it. I need to go back and get the mug, which means I'm gonna have to retire one of those ones, but that's a decision for later. We can't decide on that anymore. Also, that lip stain that I was telling you about, the Wonder Skin one, I can't remember if I've actually mentioned this before, but I've stopped using it for a little while, and I've just popped it on again this morning because, oh, I'm flashing you guys. You see my little pink bra? Oh, hang on. Sorry, I just got a phone call. So, as I was saying, the Wonder Skin lip stain that I was using, I use Whimsical, which I do like the colour. However, if you've got dry lips, I don't know if you can see that there, it really clings on to any dry part of your lips. And then these are little bits of like where I've had dry skin and it's come off. So then I've almost got like two different layers of skin on my lips. Is this too much information? Two different layers of skin on my lips, and it's clung and gone darker on kind of the newer skin, as it were. And then it's just, yeah. So it's good. I like the lip stain. It lasts a long time, but I do find that it can be a bit patchy, as it were, if your lips aren't, I don't know, ultra moisturized, which are anybody's. I don't know. But either way, it's nice. But yeah, I'm going to go to Sainsbury's first, and then I'm going to head into town. Attempt number 2. Let's get this mug. I've got it. It's so much smaller than I thought. Like, for reference, the other mugs. Do I still want it? I don't know if I still want it. I thought it was like a normal size mug. How did I not know that that was a mini mug? So underwhelmed that I actually didn't get it. I like a good jug of coffee, and that's just not going to do it. Sure, I don't know why I get my hopes up for anything these days. Oh, never mind. At least I can keep all my mugs where they are. But it was a very cute mug, but why have they done it in a mini mug? Who wants a mini mug? No one. Anyway, off to town now. I'll probably chat to you a little bit before I head into town. Not head into town, but once I've parked, I'll chat to you a little bit about why I'm there. But yeah, how underwhelming. Okay, I've just pulled into the car park in town. So basically, when I was at the Dakota Hotel, the girl who did my hair was telling me that they do like a scalp scanner. They've got one of those machines that looks at your scalp, and I was like, that would be really interesting for mine, because obviously like my hair is just a whole other topic of conversation, but it would be so good to see kind of what my scalp's doing and whether there's anything I can do to try and like make it better. Do you know what I mean? So I'm going to try and see if they'll scan my head and see what I can do about my scalp, because yeah, I don't know, I feel like sometimes my scalp might be the issue. Because they do say that as well. If your scalp's not healthy, then it's not going to produce healthy hair. So maybe that's where I'm going wrong. Also, one of the main reasons actually is because I've got a prescription to pick up, and it was a bit of an emergency prescription, something that I've not like done before. But yesterday I realised, or last night, sorry, I finished my pill. And I didn't realise that I didn't have any more. So last night I was freaking out. And so the way that I'm doing things for the wedding is that I'm trying to like delay my period so that I'm not on my wedding day. In that, I'm taking like a pack. I'm like halfway through packs, if that makes sense. But I've finished this pack and I've not got another one. So I'm kind of during my like time that I'm supposed to be taking the pill, but I don't have any more pill to take. And if I don't take it now, then it'll just reverse all that, and I'll start my period, and then I'll just be back to square one. So I ended up going on Superdrug last night, the Superdrug doctors, and you can actually buy your contraception, which this is something that I wanted to kind of ask you guys, because I didn't realise, I feel like every time I go for my pill or anything like that, it's very, not restrictive, I don't know what the word is, but basically you don't, like my doctor doesn't give me that much option into like the brand of contraception that they're prescribing me. At the moment I'm on Regevidon. As I was going through to, like the doctor thing where it asks you a whole bunch of questions about whatever, it was asking me what pill I want. And there was a big long list, and I was like, wow, okay. And there was one that I'd heard of called Yasmin, and I've heard good things about Yasmin, and I was like, should I just buy Yasmin? Should I just buy Yasmin and try it? And then I thought, actually, that's probably not a good time to just like to change things right now. But I want your guys' recommendations on pill types. I want one where you can have the break for the pretend period or whatever, or just one that just any recommendations of the type of pill that you've been on that you've found has worked best for you. Because when I was looking through all these options, I was like, why don't I just try different pills? Because when I then looked on TikTok, people who tried Yasmin there was a couple of different kind of videos, but there was a few videos that saying it was the best thing they've ever done. They've like all their symptoms for like PCOS and things like that just disappeared, and then other people saying that it like made them gain a lot of weight and that gave them acne and stuff. So I don't really know what to do for the best, but all I do know is that Yasmin was like double the price of the one that I was on. But if it's good, maybe it's worth it, and then I can go back to my doctors and say, actually, I did end up buying like Yasmin, can you further prescribe me this? So yeah, so that was my query, whether you would be able to help me if you're on the pill or have tried different pills. Like I say, I like the one where, well, I don't like it, but in the past I've tried pills where you just take the pill constantly and you don't get a breakthrough and you don't get a bleed. I was having breakthrough bleed anyway. Maybe there's a different brand of that would help. I don't know. I just need your advice, basically. If you're on the pill or have been on the pill, what was your favourite brand of pill and why? So in this Phoenix they've got a Nadim Marabi section, so I mean I don't think I'm going to get a Nadim Marabi dress for my Hindu, but it's nice to see them in person. So like this one, you can see that, and then there was another one that I saw online, it's this one, stunning, only £400 though, so won't be buying that, but it is nice to see them in person, just so you can kind of see the quality, if that makes sense. £1.80. It smells so good. They also have the fabric spray. I had the vanilla one of these and finished it. It was so nice. I was going to get another one, but I might have to get this instead. Sorry, but how would you drink out of this? It's so bizarre. Cute, but no. So I've just been and got my scalp done. I did ask, I always ask whenever I go to anywhere that, like, you know, I always ask whether I can film or not, and she said I couldn't, so that's fine. But let me just get in the car and I'll tell you what happened. Whew. So yeah, like I say, I wasn't allowed to film in there, but basically she had this device. She was asking me questions about like my hair and how I found it and kind of struggles that I might have and whatnot. And then she took a photo of my scalp, and my God, it looked so dry. It looked dry as sticks, basically. And she kind of just said, well, you know, obviously looking after your scalp is what ultimately will help, like with hair growth, thickness, healthiness, all that stuff. So I ended up picking up one of, because they had a sale on as well, which is convenient. Picked up one of these, which is what she recommended for it, and in it's got a shampoo, a conditioner, it's got a scalp serum, and a leave-in treatment. She said apparently they did really well on like an 8-week clinical study thing. So sorry, it's roasting in this car. I'm dying. So just fingers crossed for that. I mean, I've been trying so hard with my hair. I just hope this is the answer, to be honest, because I was saying that sometimes my scalp gets quite itchy, like at the front, but then I was wondering whether that was actually partly the eczema. I don't know. Yeah, so this serum, apparently you put 4 pumps in the front and 4 pumps in the back every day, and it doesn't make your hair greasy, so we'll see about that. I might put some in when I get home and see what happens. And I'm not sure about whether I've got, because I should have asked, but because obviously I've got extensions in, I'm hoping if I just stay kind of away from, I don't know, should be fine. But yeah, so that was really interesting. I went to go and pick up my pill, and then now I'm about to run out of time on the car park, so I'm gonna head home. Guys, I don't know if I'm allowed to show that part. Hang on. Oh, it's gone off. Oh my goodness! 30,000! 30,000! That's mental. That is mental. 30,006 subscribers. I've been hovering in like that 29,500-ish thing for like weeks now. And just randomly, like, I just got like a whole bunch, and now we're at 30,000. What the hell? This is wild. Thank you so much for being here. I don't even know what to say. But thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna make some food now. I'm gonna do what I do best and make food. Yeah, 30,000 is absolutely mental. Let me make some food. I'm gonna make some pasta, but I wanted to, it's a bit of an experiment, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna try and make like a tomato pasta, but like a hot one, and then use the leftover chicken from, we had fajitas last night, use that leftover chicken and like, I swear, I've still got a little bit of the fajita seasoning. Use that on the chicken and then do like a tomato fajita style pasta. Do I have tomatoes? Key ingredient. Hang on. I swear I bought tin tomatoes. Tin tomatoes are one of those things that I never think I've got, and I always buy another tin when I'm like in Tesco's, and I get home and I've got like 4 tins already. I'm like, well, I guess I've got 5 now, but I can't ever find them. Tomatoes. I'm gonna do this, season the hell out of it, because I feel like sometimes tomato pasta can be like a bit bland, but if I actually cook, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. Oh my lord. The fear. All my Tupperware nearly just ended my life. God, I managed to catch it though. Goodness me. God. I need to sort out the Tupperware section of my cupboard, clearly. What was I even saying? Oh yeah, I'm gonna cook the pasta in some, like, what's this called? Seasoning cube. Like with the seasoning cube, so then like that seasoning will get into the pasta, and then I'm also gonna add more of these seasoning cubes into the tomatoes with like other things. We'll try it, see how it turns out. I'm also gonna make it hot, like spicy.
Right now I'm standing in the corner. I see you from across the room. It's kinda crowded here, but I know you see me too. Everybody's singing oh, everybody's singing oh. I don't know what it is about you. It must be in the way you move. Just say you want me to. We've got nothing to lose. You're looking so you're looking so now I'm moving closer to you, and it's getting dark in this room. Tell me what you wanna do. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love you, let me love you. Baby, let me love you, let me love you. Let me love, baby, let me love you.
Okay, so that is the main pasta dish done. Looks alright. I haven't tried any of the pasta bit, but I did steal a bit of chicken. Hang on. So that's why doing the pasta, oh, it's got a little bit of a kick to it. So that's why I think doing the pasta until it's not quite done and then putting it in the tomato, and then it can really absorb like the tomato kind of thing. And then the chicken is just so nice. If I had peppers, I would put peppers in it as well, and then it would be a proper like fajita pasta, but I just need to suck it up and go food shopping. I really can't be bothered with food shopping at the minute. I don't know what it is, but just the thought of going food shopping, oh no. I would do it online as well, but I often feel like when I do an online food shop, I never get everything that I want to, because I quite like going around, well, I say I like, I'm not at the minute, but going around food shopping means I'll look at something and go, actually, we do need some of that. Whereas like, if I do it online, I'll miss something. But anyway, that's some pasta sorted. This will be good for Manuel for lunch tomorrow as well. So yeah, delish. My goodness, guys. Is this me actually ending a vlog on the same day that I started it? That is mental. Yeah, I am just gonna end the vlog here actually. It's just gone 8:05. Emmanuel's due home in about an hour, so yeah, we're gonna be watching Adolescence. We started it last night, did episode 1 and 2. Apparently episode 3 is where it starts to get really interesting, so yeah. And do you know what it is, right? I actually started it yesterday afternoon. And then, so what Emmanuel likes to do is come home with a name of something that we should watch, and we end up watching it, and it's always usually good. But then we have like our sub-series, like ones that I watch on my own, and he has series that he watches on his own when I'm out. And so I thought, oh, I'll start Adolescence as my sub-series, because I finished, what was I watching? Nurse Jackie. I was watching Nurse Jackie, that was good. And I finished that, and I thought I need something else. So, and I'd seen everyone talking about Adolescence, so started that. And he came home last night and was like, what are you watching? And I was like, oh, Adolescence. And he was like, no, we were gonna watch, I need to watch that together, blah, blah, blah. So I ended up starting it again. I was only about 40 minutes in, so I said, just start from the beginning and we can watch it together. I don't mind. Started watching it. Episode 1 and 2 we watched last night, but I'm just dying to watch it. But on the other hand, if we weren't watching it together, I think I'd be finished it now, because like I would binge watch it. But I just find it so clever that it's all one camera shot. Like, how many times do you think that they had to start from the very beginning because somebody messed up their lines or like something happened? It's mental. But yeah, it's really, really good. So we're going to watch that tonight, and then I'll just be tea in bed, I think. But yeah, thank you so much once again for hitting 30,000 subscribers. Wow. Amazing. Thank you so much for all your love and support throughout the last like 5 years. 5 years! It's like 4.5. It'll be 5 years in September since I started uploading. Wild. But thank you so much for being here along the journey. And yeah, whether you're new here or you're old from the very beginning, I just appreciate you so much. And yeah, I'm going to end this here before I get soppy. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. Go hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
Baby, let me love you, let me love you, let me love you, let me love you.